Now on CoastTV News.
From homeowners to businesses, higher water rates hurting Ocean Pines. The reason behind the increase. This car crash and another claim lives. Tonight, police identify the victims. Downtown Rehoboth Beach, the subject of safety plans, what the city is doing tomorrow regarding potential bollards and gates.
And we're going from a serious chill to a bona fide winter cold kind of a morning.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Forced to add a 4% surcharge to all transactions. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Welcome to CoastTV News at 6. We begin tonight with water bills in Worcester County. Worcester County Commissioner Chip Bertino releasing a statement saying water rates have increased, but some were left shocked by how much the bill went up. Coast TV's Kevin Zappe shows us how these increases are hitting businesses in Ocean Pines.
People in Ocean Pines have been opening up their mailboxes to find an increase in their water bill. And now local businesses are feeling the impact.
I worked for the previous owner of Oasis, and then I've been the owner for the last year and a half, and I can honestly say we've never experienced this.
Diana Sabia owns Oasis Nutrition, a protein and energy drink store in Ocean Pines, and says her water bill this quarter has more than doubled. And with winter coming, she'll have fewer customers, making the increase extra concerning.
We solely base all of our income off of our regulars and our community, so if they can't afford life, how are we?
Worcester County Commissioner Chip Bertino released a statement on the water rates increasing, saying the higher bills stemmed from rising operational costs, new state testing requirements, and needed maintenance at the aging water facility. But for many local businesses, that explanation doesn't make the impact any easier. Southgate says their water and sewer bill has shot up from $3,000 to a little under $11,000, all for the same quarter compared to last year. That spike led Southgate Grill to temporarily charge customers $2 for a glass of water before eventually dropping the fee. And just down the road, Taylor's Neighborhood Restaurant posted a sign outside, adding a 4% surcharge to all transactions, citing a 300% increase in their water bill. With more businesses speaking out, owners like Sabia hope the county will take notice.
Our community is so strong, and I can honestly say that for Worcester County, if everyone feels a certain way, it will happen and they will stand up together.
I'm Kevin Zappe, Ocean Pines, Coast TV News.
The Worcester County Council also released a statement on the water rates saying all 11 service areas increased to cover those higher operating and maintenance costs. The county added that many areas were underfunded for years, and if rates had remained the same as last year, revenues wouldn't have covered expenses. We now know the names of the 2 people killed in a 5-car crash on Route 1 on Friday. This was on Route 1 in Hudson Road. Troopers say 62-year-old Charlene Bracolo and 64-year-old Albert Bracolo were killed when a dump truck failed to slow down for traffic and slammed into a line of cars, causing a chain reaction crash and ultimately killing the Bracolos, who are from Bel Air. Also tonight, police have identified the man killed in a crash in Millsboro on Route 24 Friday afternoon. Troopers say 76-year-old Peter Rakowski was driving a truck when he crossed the center lane and hit a Ford box truck going the other direction. The other driver was not hurt. Let's take a live look outside into Ocean City. You can see that Ferris wheel glimmering in the background as we turn it over to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams.
Well, I want you to know that if you've got that cold feeling all over your body, it's not just you, and you might not have caught a cold, and it's legitimately everybody's in that same bowl of soup, so to speak. We're at 63 degrees right now, and we are bracing for a chance of scattered showers for late tonight. After this rain pulls through, with possibly a thunderstorm or two, then the cold air steps in, and we're talking about steps in, way in on the entire let's feel like winter again type of a feel. But we are watching out for scattered showers flaring up for later on tonight. Most of them are going to occur just north of our immediate area in Kent County and Newcastle, but there may be a smidgen that may come pay us a visit. Our biggest concern, this right here. Notice everybody's below freezing for the overnight low. Dropping down to 30 degrees, possibly 31 from a Delmarva Peninsula standpoint. We have a significant amount of cold air that's going to hold us in its grip for a couple of days. We'll talk about that in your full forecast. So then, back to you, Maddie.
Paul, thank you. On Monday, the city of Rehoboth Beach will consider awarding a contract to install bollards behind the bandstand and in front of the bathrooms on Rehoboth Avenue. The city also wants to build a swing gate that will go at the entrances before the bandstand circle. The city cites plans for safety there, but local businesses say they felt shut out, even starting a petition against it.
I think it's just common sense. If you're going to do something that's going to affect the businesses, you should, I mean, you probably made your decision up, but you need to at least talk to people and find out what the businesses think.
According to city documents, a company called Concentric Security says it can do part of that project, but not all, for $612,000. Now, that contract will be discussed Monday in Rehoboth Beach. Let's go ahead and take a live look at the Bay Bridge, which did not have its annual Bay Bridge run today. The MDTA says it canceled the run due to potential bad weather, and because of that potential, they couldn't close the eastbound span for runners in case two-way traffic was needed. Many runners expressed disappointment on social media as that cancellation happened late Saturday night for the Sunday morning run. The race says runners will get priority and discounted registration for next year's race, and they could do the race virtually with their bib from today. Many airports are dealing with staffing shortages and subsequent delays because federal workers are not getting paid as the government shutdown stretches into a 40th day. It's causing mass chaos at airports coast to coast. As Jen Sullivan shows us, it's all happening just as airports should be preparing for the busy Thanksgiving holiday travel season.
Passengers at airports across the country are dealing with mass flight delays and cancellations.
Our first flight, it got delayed an hour and then another hour, and now it's delayed 3 hours, so we are missing our connecting flight.
At Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey, hundreds of flights were affected Saturday.
I had a flight going from here to Charlotte, and then they canceled my flight.
With the government shut down, millions of federal workers are not getting paid. TSA agents and air traffic controllers are still expected to come to work, but many are calling out because they can't afford the gas to come in or childcare costs.
They feel desperate, hopeless, mad, and there's just appears to be no end in sight.
The sick calls are causing staffing shortages at airports and aviation support facilities across the country, and without enough staff, they cannot operate safely.
I have more complaints coming into the FAA from pilots who are saying that air traffic controllers are not as responsive.
The FAA says it will gradually reduce air traffic by up to 10% by November 14th at 40 major airports. The decision could cut thousands of flights a day. The weather is also playing a factor. Parts of the Midwest and northern New England are seeing snow or heavy rain. There was also dense fog in Los Angeles Sunday. All of this coming right before Thanksgiving.
It's only going to get worse. You're going to see air travel be reduced to a trickle.
As of 3:30 Sunday afternoon, more than 7,000 flights were delayed nationally and nearly 2,100 were canceled, according to FlightAware. In New York, I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Still to come on Coast TV News, the Milton Theater's plans to expand, the new donation, and when this work will be done.
Let me put this real simple. Get ready for some really cold, cold weather.
But first, rainbow crosswalks to go. Why the city of Salisbury is scrapping the measure. We'll be back just after this.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Salisbury's rainbow crosswalk honoring the LGBTQ community will be paved over. Mayor Randy Taylor says the move is meant to bring the city into federal compliance with federal standards and maintain neutrality in public spaces. On Monday, Rehoboth officials are reviewing traffic closures put in place for the summer concert series. According to the presentation, what it would take to make it a permanent practice is also on the table. According to the presentation, currently parking is prohibited starting at 6 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for 39 concerts over 3 months. Photos you see here show how crowds fill the area even into the roadway. The presentation says to formalize that closure, the city needs to create a new parking zone in its systems, amend codes, and add one handicapped space. Coming up next, Paul Williams in the Coast TV First Alert Weather Center tracking a stormy Sunday night.
We've been talking about it for the past 4, 5, 6 days. Well, I'm a meteorologist of my word. That cold weather we've been talking about, oh yeah, it's coming. And watching out for some thunderstorms. That's also on the way here as well. But in Lewis right now, we're in the 60s, which is why we're getting ready for the rain first and foremost. Now we're looking at temperatures staying in the lower 60s with some scattered showers likely begin to fire up throughout the evening time. Now, if we run into a situation where we're starting to see them really fire up, I'll be sure to update you on our app in case we have any severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the night, just to kind of keep you up to date on what's going on. But as of right now, we're looking for temperature of 60 degrees, for example, not only in Laurel, but also in Georgetown, 63 Indian River Inlet, 63 for us in Bethany Beach. Now, a couple of things I want to put into your mind. We have cold air in place and the winds are still acting up. So my main focus is not necessarily the rain that we're expecting for tonight, but really the wind chill and how it's going to feel tomorrow morning, because that's going to affect everybody. Let's talk about the winds just briefly. We've gone from a small craft advisory to a gale wind watch. So for Slaughter Beach and Broadkill Beach, for example, we're talking about 35-mile-per-hour winds. And we're expecting that same velocity of winds for us from Rehoboth Beach to Ocean View down towards Fenwick Island and along Highway 1. This will also encapsulate the area in and around Ocean City down towards George Landing. Now, here's what gets interesting. Chincoteague and South, they are under a freeze warning. Okay? Chincoteague, Bloxham, down towards Anacock, all those areas, freeze warning to our south, which seems a little odd that we're not in the midst of that. But fear not, my friends, we have our own fair share of cold air because we're looking for 30 degrees overnight, but the showers and the possibility of rain, that's going to help us get just a tad warmer, but not by much, just more raw and uncomfortableness for the most part. So what is it going to feel like, future feels like? In other words, the wind chill factor for the next couple of days. That's on the forefront of my forecast mind. So peep this right here. This caught my eye. Tuesday morning, it's going to feel like 20 degrees and 21 and 22. I'm going to say this one more time. Tuesday morning, it's going to feel like 20. Well, it'll probably drop to 19 or 18 by the time we get there. Then it'll feel like freezing on Wednesday, and that will be an improvement. The winds and the cold, that combination, not so great. Max winds for today, 20 to 25 mile per hour winds. And wind gusts are coming out of the south for right now, and that's going to set us up for the chance of that rain. But by the time we get into Monday, we're looking for the winds really pushing across and then picking up momentum from Tuesday going into Wednesday. Along the coast, temperatures in the 50s, but winds out of the northwest is going to make it feel cooler. And here's what I'm concerned with for tonight. This is the latest remodel run. It just popped in literally about 10 minutes ago. We're looking for some strong thunderstorms trying to fire up in the middle of all of that. Keep a close eye on that for you just in case it becomes a real problem, and we will keep you updated. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast. Still expecting cold weather for Monday going into Tuesday.
Paul, thank you. Up next on Coast TV News, Sunday Night Football, who our experts estimate will be on top on the game you can only see here. Stay with us. It is Sunday, which means another Sunday Night Football game. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Chargers. Our Football Night in America team has a preview on the game you'll only see here on Coast TV.
All right, week 10 of Sunday Night Football. Steelers taking their defense on the road to take on the Chargers. And what a great defense they played in week 9. They had 6 takeaways against the Colts.
Yeah, they should come in energized and feeling like, hey, we found our rhythm. Defensive coordinator Terrell Austin said we want to simplify things. They did that. Ramsey around the line of scrimmage, a little bit more zone. They look to take that on the road and see Justin Herbert.
And they better, because the Chargers have become a passing team. They're not running the ball. A lot of injuries on that offensive line. So that Steeler defense better be ready to defend the pass. They were awesome today against Daniel Jones.
All right, we'll see what they have for us in week 10. Football Night in America. We'll start you off at 7 Eastern on NBC and Peacock.
Check this out. It's a photo of a recent donation to the Milton Theater. DE Storage donating $2,500 to help build a new educational wing. And here's what that money is going to: a $3 million educational wing at the historic venue, which will add classrooms and rehearsal space. Those with the theater say this will meet a growing demand for arts education and help generations of artists to come.
Getting to stand on stage really gives you that confidence, that power in yourself to realize that everybody is feeling the same way. It's just a wonderful experience to make mistakes, to learn from those mistakes, and know that The mistakes are there for a reason.
The Milton Theater expects the wing to be done summer 2026. As we take a live look outside into Rehoboth Beach, one more check on your Sunday evening forecast after the break. The Mega Millions jackpot is nearing $1 billion. There were no tickets that matched all 6 numbers during Friday night's drawing. That means the $900 million prize is still up for grabs. It also happens to be the 8th largest jackpot in the game's history. The next drawing is Tuesday, and the last time somebody won that jackpot was June 27th. Paul?
Yeah, and I think that you should donate to your favorite weatherman if you win. Probably not, right? Anyway, Milford, we're at 61 degrees. We're going to watch out for scattered showers to kick in by 8, 9 o'clock. Stick around for a while. Along with that, we have the gale wind watch in effect along the coast. We'll keep a close eye on these 2 particular cells. Most of the rain's going to be headed towards Kent County, but a bit of it may clip us here in Sussex, so we'll watch out for that. Then there's a freeze warning for the Chincoteague area. I want to be mindful of that as well. All that being said, be sure you call our weather line, which is sponsored by the law offices of Rockstead, Mendalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Oh, it's still going to be cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, Monday night going into Tuesday morning. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great. Not great, Paul. Well, thank you for tracking that for us.
Sure
and maybe
thing.
we'll get lucky with the lottery.
Maybe. You can't win if you don't play.
That's right. So we'll get lucky with that, maybe not the weather. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. For more, you can download our app and join us tonight after Sunday Night Football. Until then, have a great night.